Pretty exciting news from Case in New Holland about these new Workmaster tractors, a 35C and a 40C. We're looking at the 40 here. The bigger story is some background about the relationship between New Holland and LS. We're going to go into that, and then we're going to show you some actual details about the tractor. Let's get started. Typically, when a new tractor comes out, we focus on the features first thing. Well, in this case, I think there's a bigger story. We'll get to those features. But you've heard on this channel many times how I don't like rebranded tractors. I really think that if you're going to buy a tractor, you should buy from the actual manufacturer of that tractor. The biggest reason for that is long-term support. So many times we have these rebranded tractors that the companies get frustrated with each other and they part ways, and then it's very difficult to get parts for your tractor. What we're seeing here is a relationship that is getting closer and closer between LS and New Holland. This particular tractor is based on an LS design, but it's being manufactured in a Case New Holland plant in India, fully owned by Case New Holland. It's also got a good bit of Case New Holland engineering in it, or ergonomics type engineering we'll get to in a little bit. But it's showing that this relationship is no longer just an OEM relationship where Case New Holland takes what LS presents and just runs with it. In this case, it is a tractor that is designed and influenced strongly by New Holland. Now, I don't think this is an equity relationship yet, meaning I don't think Case New Holland owns LS or at least yet, right? But this relationship has grown so tight that a separation at this point would be very, very difficult. What I'm saying in a nutshell is this tractor has moved to the point where I don't see it as a rebranded tractor. Case New Holland has actual skin in the game. This machine is going to be supported. I'm absolutely convinced of that now. This is not a simple rebranding deal. This is deep support, deep integration. So I'm confident that you'll be able to find parts through your Case or New Holland dealer for years. Okay, Ken, now let's get to the features. I brought you in and we can start to nitpick over the features.
Yeah, that's always fun.
We're not going to nitpick. We're just going to share some of the changes that have been made from the older Workmaster series to this new Workmaster series. The first thing is the color.
Yeah, darker blue, new color for this year. It doesn't have the metallic in it that the larger ag stuff has, but it's still a very attractive color.
Yeah, I actually like this blue a little bit nicer than the other New Holland blue. I think it looks really nice. This tractor's got a new loader. Any LS version of this tractor, you're not going to see this loader. And it's not that it's got more capacity or really any difference in capacity. What it is it fits the tractor better. So the loader arms are right down here at hood level.
Follows the hood line, so it's not sticking above it. Yeah, it's better visibility.
Another major change is the wheelbase. Case New Holland has moved the front wheels a little closer here, and you can kind of see it on the frame where it's a little bit closer, and that's improved the turning radius dramatically, right? So turning radius is a big deal to me. A lot of people don't talk about turning radius too much.
Good point.
I find a tractor that can turn really tightly is just much more nimble to work with. Now, overall, the feature set on this tractor is minimal.
It's a basic utility tractor.
That's exactly right. This is not intended to be a high-end tractor. It's intended to solve the basic needs and to be as cost-effective as possible. To that end, we see the joystick up on the loader, right? So we're not seeing the joystick back on the fender. We see just basic controls, okay? It does have a 3-range hydrostatic transmission. It also has a shuttle shift available. But what they've tried to do is they've tried to get a lot of these ergonomics optimal so that they don't have to then provide options like tilt wheel.
Right, exactly, yeah.
Right.
It just comes this way and
it just fits, right? And the seat is remarkably comfortable to me. Now it's not a soft seat. The cushion is firm, but it fits me well.
right, it's got a contour to it. It's not just a flat seat.
When it goes back, it slides up as it goes back, and I find that quite attractive as well. The 40 horsepower has a turbo. The 35 horsepower is the same engine displacement, the same overall engine. It just doesn't have the turbo.
Just naturally aspirated, yep.
It's got a backhoe, and this is unique to New Holland case that they have this backhoe. I don't know if the LS offers a backhoe or not.
I'm not sure.
This one is unique. You'll not find this particular backhoe on the LS brand for sure. Now, it's a quick detach. It's very easy to detach. The standard hook and pin, like other brands use. It seems quite far back to me.
It does. It's very far. This subframe here between the tractor and the blue part of the backhoe is definitely extended, which I guess is good and bad. It gives you better counterweight, and it also provides room for the seating area.
Yeah, a lot of room for seating in that sense. So yeah, that's the positives. The negative is if you're on a slope or something, sometimes that can kind of be in the way. But that's how they've chosen to do this. Now, all 3 points of your 3-point hitch can stay on the tractor with the backhoe. That's rare in this size machine. While we're talking about the 3-point hitch, we have telescoping stabilizers standard on this machine.
Okay.
Let's talk about rear hydraulics. This one has one set on it, but there are none standard equipment. What they found is that only about 30% actually use the rear hydraulics.
Really? 30%?
It seems low to me. But what they're trying to do here is they're trying to keep the entry cost as low as possible, but yet they offer 3 valves as options, and they are stackable valves here. So once you get the first one on, the other 2 are less expensive.
Trivial to add, yeah.
Right, and then they're configurable, whether you want detent, whether you want float and detent, or whether you want just,
okay.
you know,
That's good options, yeah.
return to position valves. So yeah, all of those are configurable. Another option that they have are armrests. Again, this is a situation where they're trying to stay entry level, but then they provide.
Right, not everybody, a larger guy might not want armrest.
Exactly. So they're providing some options to upgrade, which some entry level tractors don't really provide many options. It's sort of like, it's entry level,
Right,
take what you get.
Yeah, this is it.
But these guys are trying to allow you to go either very, very entry level or entry level and then only customize what you need for your particular application. While we're on hydraulic options, this machine is equipped with a third function kit, an electric third function, 2 buttons right there. Yeah. Again, it's an option and you don't have to purchase it to save a few dollars, but if you do, it's dealer installed and it's very, very nicely organized here. So it's a custom fit, and just the same theme of make the options available, but don't force them on entry-level buyers.
Don't make them buy something they don't want or need.
So one ergonomic feature they have is if you get only 1 additional valve, they put it in the center slot there, Ken. And the reason is because they found that it's easier to reach, right? The one closest to the seat would be the logical place to put it, but it's a little bit harder to reach there. So if you only get 1, you get it put in the center. Then if you get the second one, then it goes on the inside, and the third one then would go on the outside. So they're actually thinking about ergonomics even for the options. Now, throughout this episode, I've been saying Case New Holland. Have you noticed that?
Absolutely,
well, there's a reason for that. We're in the Case booth now, and this is the exact same tractor, okay? And there are no differences between the Case and the New Holland in this case. Now, in some of the bigger machines, there are some differences, subtle differences in how they're configured and how they behave. But in this tractor, there's no differences at all, and I don't believe there's going to be in the smaller Workmaster line. It looks different. The color's different here. This particular tractor has the armrest option. That is something that's available on the New Holland as well, but this one actually has it on it. The lesson here is you should choose between Case and New Holland based on your relationship
with the dealer
and the strength of your local dealer, right? So you should purchase from the dealer of your choice, and you have that flexibility here. So there you have it, a compelling new entry into the compact tractor market, and a deeper relationship makes this more attractive. Give it a serious look. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time on Tractor Time with Tim.
Keep your servant also from willful sins. May they not rule over me. Then I will be blameless, innocent of great transgression.